Every year, you work harder. You save more. Your bank balance goes up. Yet somehow, your life doesn't. You can afford less than before. Here's the paradox. Your money isn't disappearing. It's being quietly taken. No alarms, no headlines, no thief in the night. Just numbers, slowly turning against you. So here's the uncomfortable question. If inflation is normal, why does it feel like you're always falling behind? Context and analogy. Inflation isn't new. Ancient Rome debased its coins. Kings mixed silver with cheap metals. Empires learned this trick centuries ago. But today, inflation doesn't look like fraud. It looks like policy. Let's make this simple. Imagine you're playing a board game. Every round, the banker quietly removes one chip from everyone's stack. Nobody notices at first. But after 10 rounds, the banker owns the table. That's inflation. In 1970, $1 bought a full meal. Today, it buys a sip. Same currency, different reality. And most people still believe inflation is just prices going up. That's the first illusion, how inflation works. Inflation doesn't start at the supermarket. It starts at the money printer. When governments spend more than they earn, they borrow. When borrowing becomes expensive, they print. New money enters the system before prices rise. Banks get it first. Corporations get it next. Asset owners feel richer. You get it last, after prices have already adjusted. This is called the Cantillon effect. Translation? Whoever touches new money first wins. Now picture money as water. If you add water to a glass, it rises evenly. But money doesn't behave like that. It floods certain rooms first. Stocks, real estate, luxury assets. By the time it reaches wages, the building is already soaked. Your salary is a leaky bucket. Inflation is the hole. And savings? Savings are punished the most. Because inflation doesn't just reduce money's value. It rewards spending and debt. That's not a bug. That's the design. Crisis, turning point. The silent collapse. Here's where the real damage happens. Inflation doesn't cause panic. It causes adaptation. You stop buying brands. You shrink portions. You delay goals. No single moment feels catastrophic. But look closer. Your emergency fund? Worth less every year? Your retirement plan? Based on returns that must outrun inflation just to break even. Your parents could buy a home on one income. You need two, and a loan for 30 years. This isn't coincidence. Inflation slowly transfers wealth from savers to borrowers, from workers to asset holders, from the public to the system. It's a tax that never gets voted on. And the most dangerous part? People blame themselves. I didn't budget well. I didn't invest early. I didn't work hard enough. But the game was tilted before you sat down. Consequences? Modern reality. Today, inflation isn't just economic, it's psychological. People chase risk because safety guarantees loss. Cash feels stupid. Debt feels normal. Housing becomes speculation. Stocks become survival tools. Saving becomes a losing strategy. Entire generations stop believing in stability. And once trust in money breaks, society follows. This is why inflation scares central banks more than recessions. Recessions are loud. Inflation is quiet. One sparks protests. The other reshapes behavior without resistance. And by the time people realize what happened, their purchasing power is gone. Resolution. Unsettling truth. Here's the truth they don't like saying out loud. Inflation isn't a failure of the system. It's how the system survives. It reduces debt. It keeps spending alive. It prevents collapse by slowly sacrificing savers. You were never meant to beat inflation by doing nothing. The real risk isn't volatility. The real risk is standing still while the value of everything moves against you. Inflation doesn't steal loudly, it whispers every day, every year, until one day you look back and realize how much it took. Finally, so let me ask you, is inflation an unfortunate side effect or a silent tool built into the system on purpose? Comment below, because this conversation matters more than most people realize.